Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and this is a video about the best gas credit cards in 2019. So the best cards that are going to earn you cashback or points for gas station purchases. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because we did a video a few days ago where we analyzed the list of the best credit cards of 2019 from USA Today, asking were they right or wrong. In many cases, I think they were wrong. I was pretty critical of them, but anyway, and we were talking about gas cards and people were recommending certain ones. So I thought I'd do a video on it. So this is by no means an exhaustive list. There are always obscure cards, some or other, that give really good cashback or points or whatever on gas. But let's have a look through some of the most common best gas cards in 2019. And we will start with the Wells Fargo Propel. So the Wells Fargo Propel is actually the one that USA Today picked as their best gas card. I'm bringing it in as the first one because I think it's probably the least good out of this list. But this list also is comparative because it really depends what you're looking for. Are you just looking for high cashback on gas? If so, you'd want to go for a card that just offers you, good cashback earning on gas. Or you might be looking for a gas card that you can also spend, in other areas, that also brings you other benefits. And that's kind of what the Wells Fargo Propel is. So it earns 3% back on dining, gas, ride sharing, transport, flights, hotels, car rentals, and streaming. Okay, so it's not only is it a gas card, but it's got a few other useful categories that you can earn 3% in. Now, if you combine it with the Wells Fargo Visa Signature card and you transfer the points over, the points are worth 1.5 cents a piece. So you'd actually be getting 4.5% back on gas. So, that's reasonably good. And this card has no annual fee. Now, our second card would actually be the Wells Fargo Visa Signature card itself, okay? So this card has, instead of a sign-up bonus, it has this deal. You can earn 5% back on gas, grocery, and drugstore purchases for the first 6 months, limited to $12,500 in spending, and then it goes back down to 1%. And the points are worth, as we said, 1.5 cents a piece. So earning 5% would turn into 7.5% back per dollar spent on gas in the first 6 months, okay? So you can really maximize that and earn a huge amount of rewards on gas for 6 months, okay? So if you got these two cards together, for the first 6 months, I guess you'd use the Wells Fargo Visa Signature for gas, and then after that bonus came off, you'd go and use the Wells Fargo Propel, but then transfer your points over and use them to redeem for travel through the Visa Signature because it's the higher earning, it's 1.5 cents a piece. And the Wells Fargo Visa Signature also is no annual fee. Now, the next card I'm going to include in this is the Chase Freedom. Some people might say that's not really a gas card, but they do normally have gas stations at least one of the quarters per year. I think this year, for 2 quarters, they've had the 5% bonus category on gas stations, up to $1,500 in spending. So $75 cashback up for grabs. Or if you transfer those points over to one of the Sapphire cards or the Ink Preferred, you could get up to 1.5 cents a piece for the points. Okay, so in that case, you would be getting 7.5% back for gas in that particular quarter. And like we said, this year, they're doing gas for 2 quarters out of the 4. Next up, we have the PNC Cash Rewards Visa Signature. I'm doing this one audio only because I actually forgot to add it in earlier. And this offers 4% cashback on gas. Then it also gives you 3% on dining and 2% on grocery purchases, but those combined purchases are up to $8,000 per year, and then it goes down to 1% back. Now, if you had other cards that gave you good multipliers on dining, like City Prestige, 5% on dining or whatever, Amex Gold, 4% on grocery, etc., you could use this exclusively for gas. And then I don't think you're going to spend $8,000 a year on gas, all right, unless you are using this for like driving for a business or something like that, okay? So yeah, this would be a really good way of getting a guaranteed 4% back on gas, and it's no annual fee. Next, we have the Costco Anywhere card, and this is one of the ones we recommended in our other video instead of the Wells Fargo card. Let's have a look at this one. It gives you 4% back on gas, limited to $7,000 in spending per year. Most people won't go over that. And then you get 3% back on restaurants and travel, 2% at Costco, 1% on everything else. And the annual fee is actually just your Costco membership. So if you're already a Costco member, it's basically no annual fee for you. If you want to get this card and you are not a Costco member, then it's going to be, I think the cheapest membership is $60. And this card probably, though, won't really be that much of interest to people who aren't Costco members just because of its, close relationship with Costco. Next, we have the Sam's Club Mastercard, and this is kind of a similar thing with the Costco credit card. Obviously, it's a store-branded card. Although it's not a store card, it actually is a Mastercard, so it can be used anywhere, not just at Sam's Club. And obviously, you do have to be a Sam's Club member to get this card. But this card is actually offering 5% back on gas. Then we have a 3% category for dining and travel, and 1% on everything else. Now, the limit, $6,000 a year on gas, that wouldn't bother me because I have other cards that I use for those other categories, so I'd probably use this exclusively for gas. Now, the next one we have is the Shop Your Way card from Citi. Let's have a look at this one. 5% on gas and 3% back at grocery stores and restaurants, limited to $10,000 in spending per year in those two categories together. Now, for me, if I had this card, I'd probably, again, use it exclusively for gas because the other two categories, grocery stores and restaurants, well, the Amex Gold gets me 4 points per dollar back at those categories. So I would use my Amex Gold for those, and I'd just use this for gas. Then you also get 2% back at shopyourway.com, sears.com, and kmart.com. And you get a $20 statement credit after the first $30 purchase. Now this card, it's kind of a store card, or it's not a traditional store card in that it can't just be used at those stores, it can be used anywhere. But it's a store branded card. Shop Your Way is Sears and Kmart, it's kind of their rewards program. It's reasonably good. The rewards, though, only can be used to make purchases through shopyourway.com. So it's not like traditional cashback, like just money in your account or whatever. It's actually points. But if you buy daily items from Shop Your Way, which you can buy, just daily household items, whatever, I think those points could still be useful. This card also, it has no annual fee, and the advantage of it is that it is available to people with poor credit. So you can use it to build your credit. If your credit isn't excellent and you still want a rewards card, this is one of the ones that you could get. And now our final card, the king of gas cards, is the Dux Unlimited, okay, from First Omaha Bank. Now, this is a bit of an obscure card. Not many people know this one. I don't blame them. So a while ago, we did a video on the NRA credit card, which was also issued by this bank. And the Dux Unlimited card, it's actually almost the same card. It just doesn't have the NRA branding. But basically, the categories, the earning categories, gas and sports goods stores are the same. The NRA card was actually canceled after the Parkland shooting in Florida. Obviously, First Omaha Bank, I think they didn't want to look bad by having an NRA card, etc. We don't get into politics, but anyway, I'm just telling you what happened. So anyway, the Dux Unlimited card was basically the card that I think a lot of the people who would be interested in that NRA card went over to because it has the same bonus earning categories. 5% on gas, 5% on sporting goods stores, which would include gun stores for the NRA people, but then also things like ski equipment, camping equipment, rock climbing equipment, fishing equipment, all that kind of outdoor lifestyle stuff. Also, the thing about the Dux Unlimited card is that a small percentage of each purchase goes to protect wetlands. They don't specify what the percentage is, so I'm guessing it's something ridiculously small. But hey, you can know that using this card, you are helping ducks. Although ironically, probably a lot of the people with this card hunt ducks. But anyway, whatever. The cool thing about this card, though, is, as the name suggests, it's unlimited. So you can earn unlimited amounts of 5% cash back on gas purchases, okay, and those sporting good purchases. And that's the only category it has, by the way, just that 5% category. Everything else is just 1% cash back. So guys, that's a rundown of some of the best gas credit cards in 2019. I'm sure there are some more somewhere, so if there's one that we missed, please leave it in a comment below. We'll put some of our favorite credit cards in the links as usual. Please subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.